at BV Matson here, and we're still tackling this rim. Just wanted to give you guys a look at the setup. Just grabbed a tub and grabbed fresh can of WD-40 and sprayed her down. All right, just sprayed her down. Let her sit. It's been sitting for about 15 minutes now, and I'm going to start tearing into it with the steel wool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take it out to the shop. We're going to crank up the wire wheel and knock out the inside. All right, so let's hit some time-lapse mode and get to work. All right, guys, just kind of made one kind of fast pass around the wheel. So just kind of hit everything. So I'm just going to wipe it off real quick. I definitely have a few trouble spots that I need to be paying attention to. But for right now, I'm feeling pretty all right about things, to be quite honest. Let me give you a little closer look. And again, this is just one pass after letting the wheel kind of soak in WD-40. Sprayed it down with WD-40 for about 15 minutes. Let it sit. Triple O steel wool. And I knocked off the bulk of all the terrible, terrible, terrible stuff that was going on, okay? We got to deal with the inside of the wheel, okay? So we're going to go do that next. But for now, sure, we got some trouble spots, all right? Again, I didn't spend any detail time on this. So I'm telling you, WD-40 and steel wool does pretty damn good for a first pass at knocking these out. I mean, consider where they came from. Oh, one other little thing I wanted to say is that having this little tray is actually really fantastic, because as you're working the product, you know, you spray the stuff down once with WD-40, you're working the piece, and as you're going, it all collects right in the bottom, and you can actually save quite a bit of product by just dabbing your steel wool into the WD in the bottom of the tub and just working your way around. So I think that'll actually save me, you know, a bunch of WD cans trying to go through this thing. You can definitely see on this bike, you know, the bad areas, right? And this is probably where the bike was sitting down on the ground, all right, like that. So it got the most damage, but let's go clean this up right now. All right, guys, get yourself one of these. You're absolutely gonna need one, and get yourself a pair of safety goggles. Do not use a wire brush on one of these machines without wearing safety goggles. Cannot emphasize that enough. Don't want stuff to fly out, hit you, okay? So here's the wheel. Super corroded on the inside. Easiest way to knock it out, crank it up, start hitting the inside of the wheel. It fits perfect. Work your way around. There you can already see the impact that we've had here. We're just gonna work around and clean out the rim. All right, guys, let's do a night and day difference here. Got one side done, just ran around it. Can you guys believe that? Remember how roached all this was? This metal wheel, I mean, it literally took me 2 or 3 minutes to go around that one side of the wheel. That's what we were dealing with, right, on that side. And that's what we're left with. I can't think of a faster, more efficient way to deal with this. So let's knock out the other side. Bada bing. Bada boom. Inside of the rim is done in less than 10 minutes. Honestly, came out fantastic. This is good enough on the inside. Now we still got, you know, a lot to do on this outside of this rim, but can you even believe that this is the same freaking wheel? I mean, beautiful. Wire brush on a bench grinder knocks this stuff out really, really, really fast. All right, we're back in. Again, closer look at the inside of the wheel. Amazing how that wire wheel does. But now we got to start tackling the nitty-gritty stuff going on here. So all I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to spray it all down good again. I'm going to let this stuff sit. I'm going to go over it again with a fresh piece of steel wool. All right. But I'm going to let this stuff sit for a while because I do want these rims to look pretty clean. There definitely are a couple of pitted spots that I'm going to have to deal with. But let's just soak it up again. Okay. Soak it up real good again. Let the WD do its thing in the bin. Again, this bin is killer. I absolutely love it. It's going to save me a ton of product. All right. Something that could help you out a little bit is just a brass brush. Brass brushes are really nice and soft, really. So you can use them to knock out some of these really pitted spots on a chrome rim. It's going to scratch it a little bit, but don't worry about it. We're going to come back and we're going to attack this all, with compounds to be able to, really start to brush this stuff off. But there are some pits and I need a brush in order to really get into it. So here we go. Round and round and round we go. All right, we're making our way. This brass brush is really nice. It's going to help you get into some of these really tight corners around where the spokes get mounted. Works great just to kind of scrape inside there because there is some corrosion there. So we're just going to keep working it. I'm about halfway through right now, but yeah, this brass brush is a lifesaver right now. It's getting down into all the little nitty-gritties and doing really, really well. And also I'm able to kind of brush around some of these hard-to-reach spots. So brass brush, WD-40 for the win. All right, guys, took a second pass at it, completed second pass. Let's wipe this thing off, see where we're at. I think we're making some progress. There's definitely some trouble spots in it, of course, but that's to be expected. I think they call that patina in the business. So I'm just going to wipe this off really good. And I'll show you the next step in getting this thing ready to rock and roll. So overall, it's looking pretty good, right? Looking actually really good. This is just WD-40. Boom. I'm feeling great about how we're doing on this wheel. It can be done, guys. Just got to spend a little bit of time. So I got a couple of... That's the worst roach spot right there. Not much I'm going to be able to do about that. But again, that's patina. I don't really care. Overall, this rim's coming together pretty nice. All right, next step. Time to start polishing. I think this is where our Colonel Brassy can come back into the mix, man. I'm glad I remembered the whole WD-40 deal. But all I'm going to do, let's get out any kind of light scratches that we do have on this piece by applying the Colonel to the product. And let's just start working the chrome on this rim. And already, it's just amazing when you start applying certain kinds of products to things, how they just come to life. And don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like taking out the little imperfections that I haven't been able to get yet because of the grit in this compound. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So what I'm basically going to do, I'm just going to do this one section for the video because this is actually going to take a serious amount of time. So far I've got about, I would guess, I'm kind of ahead of schedule. This isn't taking me nearly as long as I had thought. But, I got about an hour and a half in doing this. If I cancel out editing and worrying about the videos, I got about an hour and a half in this wheel so far. That's not so bad. Consider looking at prices on buying new wheels. I don't feel too bad about that. But I'm going to go around the bike with Colonel Brassy. All right, that's the whole deal. Go around it. You can already start seeing that shine. I love that. And then what I'm actually going to do, because I'm going to hit it with a little bit finer stuff. I'm going to hit it with the Wizards. So I'll just keep focusing on this one area, rotate to a new area of my rag. I'm going to hit it with a finer solvent because, again, that Colonel Brassy is, you know, it's a little gritty, all right? And we're going to just work this all the way around on this rim. It's going to really start coming to life here, guys. Rotate your rag, guys. Don't forget to rotate your rag. Work this through. All right. So I gotta love the smell. If you buy this stuff, the smell is just amazing. I absolutely love it. So we're going to wipe that off. All right. All right, now it's nice and clean. It's starting to see it shine just a little bit. We're liking that. And then I'm gonna go back. I mean, this is my triple hitter right here. You know, it's the Colonel Brassy. Colonel Brassy. You can follow it up with the Metal Renew, and then you go right into the Wizards metal polish. All right, it's some amazing stuff. So pardon the camera. Camera's going all wonky on me. But again, we're just going to use this metal polish for motorcycles. Pull a little bit out of the bag. I'm not going to pull out a whole lot, because I got a lot of polishing to do on the other sides. But I'm going to be able to move a lot faster if I'm not filming, you know, every single second of this journey here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start hitting it. This stuff is amazing. Remember, it's going to start turning black on you, and that's okay. Just because it turns black, it doesn't mean that it's no good. Okay, you can keep using it. And we're just going to start putting in the chrome polish. All right. And hopefully we're going to be really satisfied with what we end up with here. Yeah, there's a few little pits in it that I'm seeing, but I'm really, overall, I feel great about it. So here we go. Write that down. I still got some detailing work to do on this a little bit, but whatever. This is the process of getting through these parts. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab a clean rag. Okay? Grab yourself a clean rag. Do I even have a clean rag? I go through rags like it's nobody's business, I'm telling you. Here's one. Oops. And then we can go wipe that Metal Renew polish right off, or the Wizards polish off. And this is that little section that we've worked on so far. Show that to you. Ding, ding, ding. Right there. Right? Pretty pleased with that, guys. I'm going to keep working this rim. We got a lot of work to do on this rim. But again, Colonel Brassy, Metal Renew, and Wizards. Those are the three products that I suggest to work on it. And then, of course, save yourself a ton of energy by getting the WD-40 out. And then you're going to need a bunch of this. You're going to need a bunch of the triple grade, triple O steel wool in order to start working the project. See, I can't keep my hands off this part right now. I just want to keep polishing it and trying to make it look as good as possible. So that's it, guys. Slow and steady. Take your time. And you're going to get there. Promise you of that. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe. Give a thumbs up on the videos that you enjoy. Good luck restoring your rims. Again, we're doing it, guys. We're doing it. Remember what these look like? So when I made that edit, I went back into the archive to find an early photo. I'm actually blown away. They were a mess. They were an absolute mess, and we're bringing them back. Never give up on your old parts. Follow along Instagram and Twitter at BV Matson. Keep on wrenching, everybody, and have a great day. See you in the next video. Oh, don't forget, we have an entire other wheel that we have to go through as well. So one is almost done. One more starting from scratch. Have a great day.